everyone, this is Kurt welcoming you to the first official episode of Nonsense, entitled The Guess How Much Game. Now, absolutely everyone plays this game, but not everyone knows the rules or how to win. So, Jenn and I discuss all the nonsense around this popular social game, and even fumble through a few role plays for your amusement. Laugh, learn, and most importantly, win the game. So, without any further introductory nonsense, here's our show. Sound check, sound check. Mic 1.
Mic 2 coming up in the behind area. What?
All right, we'll keep that in, for sure. If you're just joining us and wondering what is going on and what Jenn is saying, we're meeting not only to celebrate what I believe is going to be the official first show, we're also celebrating today our 12-year anniversary.
Yay! Happy anniversary, honey.
Happy anniversary to you. And I love having this first official show together.
I think it's going to be a really great representation of nonsense.
Yes, agreed.
We've got a lot of nonsense to talk about.
What are we opening with, by the way?
So,
what are we drinking today to celebrate everything?
To celebrate our anniversary, this fun episode that we're going to record, we're going to open up a bottle of Prosecco. It's a pretty bottle by Fili, F-I-L-I. And let's go. Just start to get that little twist. And
oh, that sounded great.
Have a cheers. Happy anniversary. I love you.
Happy anniversary. I love you mostest.
Well,
we're left speechless on first taste.
You know, I did brush my teeth before. We did go for a bike ride earlier, and I brushed my teeth, and then I haven't had anything. So let me go in on a second sip.
For me, it fell right on the fence between dry and sweet, if that makes any sense. And I like my stuff on the drier side, so I'm like, is this dry? Is it sweet? Is it dry? Is it sweet? It was falling right in the middle, so my brain couldn't handle it.
I don't really think it's that much fun to drink on its own, but I think it would taste delicious with some Aperol. Let me just go grab that, because I do have a bottle at the ready. Hold on. Not to like there.
That's lovely.
It's the magic of Aperol.
And you just put like a splash in, right? Mm-hmm. So, today's show, I'm thrilled. Oh, I'm so thrilled, because this is one of those things that have been around since we've been together, which is like 18 years. This came up around then. It came up around me, you, when I was hanging out with the Hofstra people. All around this time, something people say all the time was brought to light and turned into a game. And it's when people are communicating and they say, guess how much this was? Mm-hmm. Guess how much? And it's a game because it's really pretty deep level communication. Because when someone asks you, guess how much this is, what are they asking you? You have to know that. You have to decipher that. Because they could be looking for different things. And it comes down to the broader subject of, what is someone communicating to me? What are they looking for from me? How am I going to give it back? And it's the guess how much. People always say, guess how much?
Yeah.
Guess how much?
And the most common scenario is when somebody is saying, guess how much I paid for this TV? And it's ultimately because they want you to know what a great deal they got. There's scenarios. So that's a common one.
When you buy something, you want it, and they're saying, guess how much I got this for? You want to guess higher, right? Mm-hmm. So, like a TV. Guess how much I got this TV for? Now, we all know TVs, if you're paying attention around, what are they? $600, $700, $800, $900, you know? So, if you went high...
it was like a 70-inch, you'd be like, $2,000.
Yeah, you guess really high.
Yeah.
$2,000.
Nope. Guess again.
Oh, 1,900?
Yeah,
You still want to guess high.
Yeah.
So, we do it consciously now, but even doing it consciously, we still want people to say the right thing.
If somebody paid $900 for a TV and you start out guessing like $2,000, you've won the game. for everyone, because now
they get to tell you.
They get to tell you about the best friggin' deal that they just got. But if you come in and they paid $900 for the TV and you say $900, that is like, I mean, it could go either way. The person could be like, yeah, it's exactly right, and it normally costs $1,500. You could save it. But if anybody goes under that, like $700, then it's kind of like a wah-wah. No, it was $9. But now it makes it seem like they didn't get a deal and it's worse, and now the whole mood is ruined.
The whole conversation's ruined, and you've lost the guess how much
Yeah,
game.
and now everybody leaves unhappy.
So I think a general rule is for the guess how much game. When somebody buys something, buy, guess high. Buy, guess high. I just made that up.
I like that.
Because can I tell you why I'm making up little things around it? Because we've been playing the guess how much game for 18 years. And I feel like the last 6 months I've slipped. I forgot how to play. Like, you'll say something and I'll be like, I know I'm supposed to say a number, and the number's supposed to be something in relation to the number that's in her head. But I don't remember which one's high and which one's low. And I feel like I've been messing up the game. You'll be like, no.
Oh, do you have an example? I bet not. Because Kurt is notorious for recalling things, but then if you ask for the specific encounter or something similar, I can't remember right now, but...
Call myself a generalist. I have the general idea of what happened. Details are for the other people to pay attention to, who like details, apparently. Everyone has what they like. A situation happens, there's a million different perceptions on a situation. I'll get the gist of the situation. You'll get the details. You read, if you ever need to know about a movie or a book, and Jen read it, she's Audible Cliff Notes. You're great at summarizing stuff.
I give a good summary.
With details.
But just enough, not too much.
Yeah, so if I was saying about a book or a movie, I'd say the gist and not know so much of the details. So back to the guess how much game. I've been slipping. I don't know if you've noticed. I've been slipping. I've been fumbling in my own brain, like, which one is it? What's going on?
I'm trying to recall a time where we were playing.
That's right. You asked me for a detail.
So I'm sorry, I can't.
Asking me for a detail.
But what are the other examples besides, like, I purchased something?
Oh, because the question's always the same. Guess how much? So
or
you
is it confused. Guess how many?
No. Well, it's always
I got. Bleh, I don't know.
I think the 90. I'm gonna just take a random BS poll, and I say 90% of the time, people say guess how much. That's the question's the same, but now do you guess high or low? So if it's a buy, you guess high. Is that what I said before? If you know they bought something, you guess high. I bought a TV, guess how much I paid? I don't know, $9,000. No, that's if you go too high, you're an idiot too.
Then you just...
it's a very... See, this is nonsense communication. People don't talk about this, but it's real. And if you mess it up, if you're on a first date and whoever's on the other side of the table from you says, guess how much, that can determine a second date. Because then they're like, does this person get me? Does this person understand me? How are we communicating?
Do they know how to play the game?
Do they know how to play the game of life? The game of life. And the communication is a major part of the game of life. So the other scenario is when you sell something. If you sold something, guess how much I got for my car? I sold my Mazda finally. Guess how much I got for my Mazda? If they sell, you want to guess low. I don't know. That car was old, like $3,000. No, I got $6,000. So you guess low. If somebody's buying something, you guess high. Sell low. Can we come up with a rhyme for selling low? Or buy high is enough, because then you know one of them.
At least there's that. At least there's buy high.
So does that make sense to you?
Yeah, you need to go low when somebody's selling something, because it's an exciting moment to reveal, like, what is a solid sale of something that you've owned. The idea of just selling things is exhausting to me. I wish that I could get my stuff together enough that I could sell some things and feel like I could make some money, but
versus asking me to do it.
I haven't even asked you to do it.
No, I'm thankful. Because in the past, if you were selling something, I was selling something.
That's right.
For you.
Kurt, can you do this for me?
Yeah, I would love what you just said.
So,
yeah, you learn how to do it and you do it. Yeah, I love that.
I'm sure it's super quick, but who has the time?
You have a block to that like I have a block to Instagram. Like I know that's the platform I have to go on and on. And just literally a 50-year-old trying to figure out technology and some 13-year-old would just show me the phone and their fingers would move and something would magically happen and a video would post. I'm like, how'd you do that?
But you're pretty savvy. You're getting there.
I suppose. Did we cover the Guess How Much
So
game
I think
now?
we covered the Guess How Much game.
Is there any more to it? I want to stress, like, this may sound like nonsense, but it's important. If you care about your communications with people, it's subtle. If someone's, like, I'll use the car example. Guess how much I sold my car for? Yeah, if you go way too low, you know, I don't know, $1,000, then it's like, are you even in touch with reality?
Yeah.
Like, do I want to be friends with this person?
It's
Are they even in touch? Are they listening to anything I say?
Yeah. It's more like, A, yeah, are you in touch with reality? And B, do you even want to be having a conversation with me?
Yeah,
Are you paying attention?
Do you ever really want to be my friend?
So, yeah, you know what? I recommend coming up with some guess how much scenarios and posing them with people in conversation.
That you're comfortable,
and just seeing how does that impact the dynamic and the interaction after you've played the Guess How Much game. And maybe your listeners can respond with their examples of how it went for them. I'd be so curious to hear that.
Let's do a live one now, each as a demonstration.
Okay, you go first.
Aren't you smart? You little whippersnapper. I threw it at you and threw it right back at me.
I think this is role-playing, though, so it's not exactly...
No, this is real.
Oh, for real?
We'll see if there's a third scenario.
Oh, my God. I'm just having trouble with one, so maybe let's start there.
For the sake of the show, let's give examples of recent things that we bought or sold and see how the other person does, and then we can weigh in.
Okay, well, I've not sold anything, so I will not have any of those examples. But I did recently purchase a new Surface laptop, too, and I love it so much. Yes, I love it. It's beautiful. It's got 256 gigabytes of storage. And I just know I needed that one. It's lightweight, sleek. It's touchscreen also.
Wow, sounds high-techy.
Screen resolution is ridiculous. I love it.
Wow, it sounds amazing. It sounds like along the lines of like a high-priced Apple product.
Yeah. And it got amazing reviews across the board. So how much do you think I paid for it? Guess how much?
Are you asking me to guess how much I paid?
Guess how much?
Guess how much I paid for it. Now, let's see. You bought something. This is me thinking aloud in my brain. Jen bought something. Buy means high. Guess high. Apple products are
wow,
are
robots
expensive.
in your head. There's a robot in there.
Guess 1,800 seems like a good number. Say 1,800. I don't know, like $1,800?
Wow, that's insane. That's a lot of money. And no, I would never pay $1,800 for a laptop. Guess again.
Oh, wait. So this is an example of guessing too high.
You guessed too high.
When you lose connection with the person. So
Yeah.
what was that? What were your thoughts around me guessing too high?
I thought, does he not know me? Because he knows I would never pay $1,800. So in that situation,
I want to try again. Don't tell me.
You need to know who the person is. Would a person,
Escape's hard.
reasonably pay $1,800 for a laptop?
I'm
Maybe. I'm not Liz Taylor, so I would never do that.
I'm glad we're having this game. Like this is a hard game.
Because you're taking into consideration the actual whole person in this scenario, their behaviors.
Take two.
Okay. So I just bought this new Microsoft Surface laptop too. I love it so much. It's awesome. Like I want to start writing again, and I did my research. It's got great reviews. It's got everything I want. Super excited. I'm loving it. Guess how much I paid for it?
Wow, those are pretty high techy. They're like Mac-like, and I know those are kind of expensive. $1,300? $1,300?
No, I got it for $1,000.
$1,000?
And I think it normally retails for like $13. So I got it on sale.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you got a good deal.
Super
Then.
awesome. I love it. You have to check it out.
How'd $1,300 feel to you when you heard it? Like, what was your optimal number? Everyone has an optimal number.
Maybe 15.
See, you had me second guessing
but
myself.
But 13 solid.
The first thing I thought on second round was 15, but then I didn't want to.
Committed.
I didn't want to lose again.
Yeah. So 13 was solid.
All right, good. Thank you. All right, now let me think of one. Since you did a buy, I want to do a sell. Okay. This is going to be a hard one because we're going to go back to 19 diggity do when I was like 4th grade, 3rd grade, and repackaging my baseball cards and selling them.
That sounds pretty shady. Were you a shyster?
The cops were after me for a while.
Yeah.
For selling
them on the black
cards.
market.
For selling repackaged baseball cards. You know what I used to do? I used to take baseball cards, and I don't know what made me think to repackage it. I was never into sports. The viewing of sports I was never really into. You know, when I started dating you were into the Yankees. That picture you just posted us on Facebook of one of our first dates.
It's at the Yankee game. I love that picture.
So I probably bought baseball cards because other people bought baseball cards. And then I know there's a period where I bought baseball cards for the gum, as weird as that may sound.
The gum was exciting.
Yeah, there's something that I got the cards for the gum if there was a good player. And maybe I was happy to show someone that I had a good player. But I can't say I really understood the numbers on the bat. Maybe batting average, because that's like common. So let's say regular baseball cards sold for 50 cents a pack back in the day. I don't even remember. I have a gist. And I remember my little thing. I collected the money, and it was just like this silver case that film came in. I used to put my money from my baseball cards in there. So I'm taking baseball cards, repackaging them,
and selling them on the black market.
Selling them in class
on
like free time. Guess how much I'd get for a pack of baseball cards?
They normally sold for 50 cents a pack. You're selling them on the playground. I would guess a quarter. Is that the right way?
I love this. I love this.
I have no idea. Like, he's selling something. When you sell something, you have to guess low. And so I thought half price seems reasonable because I would hope that you would sell them maybe for 40 cents.
I don't know why I would get $1 for them.
Wow.
I don't know why.
And they were the same amount of cards? There
had to be more cards or something. Like maybe I doubled the cards. And by doubling the cards, I got exactly my money back. Like if they gave you 10 cards and I sold 10 cards, then that would make sense that I get a quarter because I'm selling the same thing. But for somehow they didn't sell double packs that I knew of. Maybe I don't know what they sold. They cut the standard pack you got from the ice cream man. When I left school, Wood Park, back in the day, you had Mr. Softy and the other ice cream man. We had 2 ice cream men outside the school. It feels like any day it was above my 50 or 60. They were there. And those were the packs I knew. So say 10 came in a pack. If I sold a 10 pack, rewrapping it, yeah, someone would give me a quarter and that would be that. Mm-hmm. But because I sold double the cards, I got $1. So I got 100% of my money back just by doubling the amount.
But are you just breaking even?
Yes. But in your version of the game, I sold them for 50 cents. Because the same amount of cards, I sold 50 cents. So your quarter guess is actually good. I was pleased. When you said a quarter, my heart jumped because I sold them for $1. And then I realized I left the variable out.
You did.
But I essentially sold them for 50 cents.
This was a horrible example.
I hope you had a good one. I had a horrible one. Oh, all right. See how hard the game is? This is not an easy game, people. It's important. It's important.
You left out the fact that you doubled how many you sold. Oh my God.
Again?
You said you would sell a pack of cards. So that how you missed.
Yeah, it's rough. Well, one, I'm going back 40 years.
Well, of course.
And two, so I'm trying to pull out an example where you don't know the outcome. Because you know when I sold my Mazda, what I got my Mazda for. So let's go back earlier. Let's go back to another. All right. Let me just say this. I was innocent. I didn't know. If I knew, I wouldn't have done it. And I think that came clean when I went to the principal's office. I think it came to be understood. Oh, he didn't do this with any kind of bad intentions. This is just the way it went down.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Here we go. So I'm going to go first grade. I have a bunch of old comic books.
You're such a shady little kid.
What? I don't like the way this is going.
You.
I don't think I can edit this to make myself come out in a good light.
Yeah.
You have to tell me I'm shady, because for my shady, let me just tell my story.
Yeah, look at you. You're doing like deals on the playground at school.
Sweating bullets.
Who's this guy making a buck off your peers?
Yeah, if I sold double the cards and people gave me $1, is that wrong? The cards are in pristine condition. Let's get back to the cards.
Okay, no, I don't want to get back to the cards. I want to hear about your new shady dealings as a first grader. Who taught you these things?
What am I supposed to say? The devil?
It was your mom, wasn't
it? She'd never.
No. So yeah, let's hear it.
All right. I had a bunch of comic books. Some were older, like Spider-Man. A couple of Mad comics from a year or two back, say. Just random. Maybe there was a Fantastic Four, Batman. Some were old. I don't know where they came from. Some were more recent. But say I had like 7 to 10 comic books. And say the prices on the comic books totaled, I don't know how much a Mad magazine was back then. Let's say the price on them even totaled $5. But a lot of them were probably a quarter or a nickel. They were old. I would love to see an old comic book. But the total of them brand new, say, was $5. I sold them to someone in school as a set. Again,
how many of them are there?
Wow. I like to sell things in larger sets than they came. I had
you have a theme going.
Yeah, I have a theme going. I had a stack of comic books. I have a stack of comic books. I love these comic books. Are you selling them for? I don't know. How much would you want to pay for them? How much they're worth to you? I don't know. How's $10? It's like, sold. $10. Ching ching, win.
Yeah.
I just ruined the game.
You did.
Oh, man, I got to think of another example. Let's pretend you didn't know. Dag nabbit!
Oh my God!
You see, guess how much the game is important. It's not as easy as it seems. You may have started listening to the show and thinking this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
this is nonsense.
You know what?
It's like a hard game.
I'm gonna press the major nonsense button.
All right. Whoop, whoop,
yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
That's where we've hit max capacity of nonsense.
Okay.
So let's maybe let the viewers, listeners, their listeners off the hook.
No, let's do a genuine role play. I'm not going to let them off the hook. For those of you who want to go, goodbye. We love you.
Oh, my God.
For those of you who want to stay for the ending, let's do a genuine role play. Jen, when I was a kid, I had these comic books. I was in first grade. I wasn't a shyster. It doesn't matter. I sold these comic books totaled $5. And I sold them to this kid. Guess how much I sold them for?
I hate this example, and I don't want to play. I would want to say that you would sell them and make more money than what you got them were valued at. So I'd want to say like $6.
But what's the rule?
Go low. $4.
I got $10 for them. So if you guess 6 or 4,
how'd that happen?
I know.
You're shady.
So the principal thought the kid. I didn't. This is the part I didn't know. I understood that the kid took the money from his mother to buy the comic books. I didn't know that. I had comic books to sell. Someone wanted to give me $10, and I said, "Yeah, $10. sold.
Yeah.
I know that he took the money from his mother. So
It's not your fault.
He took the money and he came home with comic books. Where'd you get the comic books? Oh, someone sold them to you. I don't know why the principal was brought in. Then I think the next day, it was very fast acting back then, I feel. The next day, me, my mom, the kid, and his mom were in the principal's office. And I was having to answer to why I took $10 of this kid's money and gave him comic books.
What?
Yeah.
That's so ridiculous.
I was in trouble. And then I think when I explained just what happened, that was like, oh, like, I didn't know the kid. I almost felt like they made it like I told the kid to go home and steal money from his mom, and if he doesn't give me money for the comic books, I'm going to break his arm or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
That's what the heat of it felt like.
Yeah.
And then it was quickly realized, oh, you just sold the kid comic books and gave me money for the comic books? Oh, all right, go back to class. Like, nothing happened to me because I didn't do anything.
So then what happened? Did you have to, like, give the money back? And
he gave the comic books, I gave the money back. Of course, because I didn't know.
Yeah, but why couldn't he have just paid for the stupid comic books and kept them? You kept the money, he kept the comic books.
Oh, because his mom
wanted the comic
must
books.
have realized that his mom took... Oh, I'm sure on his parents' end, no, he doesn't get those comic books now.
Because he stole money.
Yeah, he's got to learn a lesson.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's it. You don't say, you want those, you pay them what you... No, like, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And you made me come down here and...
So you sold them to somebody else? Is that what happened?
And you wanted to cut the show off? I hate what happened.
Oh, there's more. What happened?
I hate what happened. No, this is graduate level. Guess how much? This is graduate level. Guess how much? We're at the You thought this was nonsense? This is graduate level. Ready? This is live. You asked me to bring it.
Yeah. I'm glad we've arrived here.
Now it's Sunday, and every other Sunday we went to different grandparents. One Sunday we went to one grandparents, another Sunday we went to one grandparents, another Sunday we went back to the other grandparents. Loved it. Great childhood. And once in a blue moon, they'd come out to us, which was always special. So I go to my one grandparent's house. I have my comics books there, and I forget to bring them home. My grandfather, for some reason, decides he's going to sell them.
Are you serious? Oh my God.
Guess how much he sold them? Guess how much he sold them for?
Oh, this is so funny. I can't even believe this is happening. I want to say he sold them through the roof. Like, that'd be my, like, amazing, like, okay, this can go one of two ways. It can go one of two ways. It can go like, Grandpa sold those comics for $20. Like, he was a G. Or it could have been that he sold them for like $5 and making you look like you could have been the real hero, making $10 on them. So it can go either way. I'd like to err on the side of like he sold them higher. But
so tough.
Because we're playing this guess how much game, I can't say that. I really think you're going to say he sold them for $20, but I do think that he sold them for more than what you were going to sell them for. So maybe I'll say like he sold them for $15. Is that an appropriate? I mean, we are in graduate level. Guess how much?
I don't even know how to do this one. This one's like a double reverse. It's too complex. If someone could do a show and explain this one, I'll listen to your show. I guess we're kindergarten level. Guess how much? We're not graduate level at all. But I believe, if my memory serves correctly, he sold them for 25 cents or something like that.
Oh my God.
Like he sold them for 50 cents. Like he sold them like, and it's my mind, I don't know.
You couldn't compute that.
I don't think I still process that as an adult. Later I'm going to go meditate.
Who did he sell them to?
Like a coworker or something, you know? And I'm not even saying they were worth more than 25 cents. It was a bunch of old stuff. I'm not even saying it was worth more than 25 or 50 cents. It's a bunch of old comics. Not old comics in plastic. No, old comics that were red and torn and just old comics. But a stack of them. No, 20. As a kid, I'm sorry, it broke my heart a little bit.
Yeah, so you had $10 in your hand for less than 24 hours.
Yeah, so amazing. I didn't spend the $10. How did I have the $10 still? It must have been in the winter, because if I had $10 and I was rolling out 10 large, and we had both ice cream mans out there, you bet I would have got baseball cards at that age. Mm-hmm. I was buying some till third grade.
Yeah,
I would have got baseball cards.
All
I would
the black
have definitely
market
got
items.
a double Mr. Softy, because I never bought myself a double Mr. Softy.
So good.
Somebody else would buy me a double, treating me, but that's so expensive.
Do you remember the Mr. Softy that was the double, but then it had the other small cone on top of that?
You had a deluxe Mr. Softy.
That was
like a full-size cone within a cone, or a smaller cone?
No, it was a small cone. So you had like
and
the
that
double
was and made into a cone,
and a small cone, and then he had some ice cream up in that cone. So you had like a whole tower going on.
Was that called the double?
I don't even know. We'll have to look that up, because that was just the best ice cream cone in the whole world.
Yeah.
Mr. Softy.
Agreed. I think we should close, since this is nonsense, we should close with the Mr. Softy song.
Yeah.
As written by Rick Fantuccio. I believe
right.
he made the words to the song. Music by Mr. Softy. Words by Rick Fantuccio. We're going to close this episode of nonsense. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you win every guess how much game that comes across.
Yes, let's hear those stories.
Yeah, I want to hear your success stories. So-and-so sold this and I knew to go low. So-and-so bought this and I knew to guess high. I'm a big hit with my wife and friends now. I can't wait for the next time someone asks me to guess how much. I can't wait for the next time you ask me, because now I know the rules. This show is really selfishly for me.
Well, it's a good anniversary edition then.
And a good first episode.
In communication.
So we're going to leave you. This has been Kurt with my wife,
Jen.
I'm glad you joined us. Join us again for nonsense some other time. We're going to be talking a lot about communication in the upcoming episodes. Different types of communication and whatnot. And we hope to make it fun and informative and full of nonsense.
It's all nonsensical to me.
Good. So if
anybody wants an ice cream cone, run to Mr. Softy. If anybody wants an ice cream cone, run to Mr. Softy.